Hi everybody, I just want to walk you through very quickly one more means of conducting demographic research. So from your Moodle homepage, again, scroll down to Course Project Research Resources, click on Alverno Library Marketing Research LibGuide. And I had mentioned in a prior tutorial about using the United States Bureau of the Census to do demographic research. So click on the American Fact Finder. Now, since we've used 53202 as an example before, and for purposes of the Milwaukee Urban Winery Project, that is an area where Sherry and her partner are seeking to possibly locate, we're going to use 53202. So put in the zip code, click go. So it brings up, this is income. So you can look at population, you can look at just age. So let's start with population. And the first one is the tables are based upon actual census data, which is 2000 to 2002 census. So there's not going to be another census till 2020, but they also have estimates based upon population trends of either growth or decrease. They do populate some estimates. And if you're going to do any type of trend analysis where population is concerned, for let's say from 2010 to 2017, you'd want to look at both of these. But for now, let's just look at the general population and housing characteristics. First off, you can see that the total population in this zip code, 53202, which encompasses most of downtown Milwaukee, a little bit of the east side and the third ward, and a little bit of Walker's Point. You can see that the population is 23,386. So let's see how that breaks down. So when you scroll down the table, here it breaks out first by total population, how many of that 23,000 plus are under the age of 5, the actual number, and then what percent of the population that represents, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, and so on. I do want you to pay attention to these age range breakdowns, because when you are conducting market research and when you're presenting that research and identifying market segments, these are the age ranges you will use. And that's to keep marketing research consistent and accurate. However, you can combine, for instance, you can combine 20 to 24 years and 25 to 29 years to be 20 to 29 and just add these two together. So for instance, in Sherry's case, she is thinking that one of her markets might be 25 to 34 years old. So we can see that approximately 32.7% of the population in 53202 is within that age range. And then the aggregate number of these two age ranges added together is here. And then you can also see that the median age in years is 30.5. So it's a pretty young population, if that's the median age. And then it further breaks out by male and female. So you can see that 53.1% of the population in 53202 is male, 46.9% of the population in 53202 is female. But again, be sure to pay attention and use these age ranges in your demographic research and when you're filling out the table to identify market segments in the Google Doc. So this is just age statistics. That is one component and one facet of demographic research. So let's go back, let's hit the back button and go back, and let's look at income. So here we have, again, these are the 2017 American Community Survey. But here you can see that the median household income in zip code 53202 is $52,441. Now, for those of you who aren't sure or the difference, median is not an average. So you need to make sure that you understand the difference between the mean, which is average, and the median, which is the number that's right in the middle. And let me show you an example of that. So here's an example of $52,441 being the median household income. You can see that, and let's say for instance, all of these, this is a list of all the various incomes in that zip code. This is the one that appears right in the middle. This is the one that's right in the middle, and that is the median household income. So again, mean is average, median is the, my apologies, number that appears right in the middle or occurs right in the middle. And the mode, the number that appears most often. So that's the difference between mean, median, and mode. And again, for purposes of conducting market research and interpreting and presenting market research, you need to be sure to make that distinction, that this is not an average. This is the median household income or the median age. So let's take a look, and it'll give you some breakdowns by population, by age, and so forth, by employment, by occupation, how many people in that zip code work in management, occupations, production, sales and office, and so on. So let's go back and look at one more table. Let's look at education. So this is a pretty educated population. 95.9% of the people that reside in the zip code have are a high school graduate or higher. So let's take a look at the percent of people in the 53202 zip code that have a bachelor's degree or higher is 70.4% of the population female, 67, but the total is 68.6% of the population have a bachelor's degree or higher. So again, it's a pretty educated zip code. And you can scroll down and they break it up by race. And they further break it out by age range of adults. And you can see also that 26% of the population actually have a graduate or professional degree, which again indicates that that's 1/4 of the population have a graduate, or a master's degree or higher. So again, it's a pretty educated population. Some of the things that we can infer from that is that they are in professional occupations and they probably have the upper incomes in this zip code. So I hope this helps with your demographic research. And again, if you have questions about this, we can talk about it on the phone personally, have a video conference, but just let me know.